Well, hello again, and welcome back. This is my Terraria Let's Die. In this episode, I will be playing as Asia. I thought this was kind of a nice name to use for a couple of reasons. Asia is, I believe, short for Anastasia. I could be wrong there. I believe it's either short for or derived from Anastasia. But the name Asia means, well, as a name, not as the country, but as a name, Asia means rebirth, resurrection, new beginning. And I thought that would be a great, nice little undertone, since this is me coming back from a rather long technical difficulty hiatus. Another reason I thought it was a little bit appropriate is, well, one of my best friends from back in high school, her name was Asia, so Dustin, you get out of my way. It's like her name was Asia. She was probably my best friend back in high school. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. Well, everybody knows how that is. They have that one friend who you probably shouldn't be friends. You're like way into different things. It's like you have different styles, but you still kind of think and act the same. And that was pretty much me and her. So this is kind of like an in memoriam to her. Wait, no. In memoriam would mean she's dead, and I'm pretty sure she's still alive. She actually posted something on Facebook like just this morning. So in honor of. Yeah, that'd probably be a little bit more appropriate. Anyway, continuing on. As you've probably noticed, actually, there aren't that many of you that would notice, but still, I'm very important. As you've noticed, I haven't been around for a while. The reason is I had some technical difficulties. And as much as I want to make it sound like something big and unavoidable, no, actually, I just kind of had a bit of a motherboard problem. My motherboard just... it had a video error, and it needed to be updated, but it wouldn't let me update it. Like, I can't remember the name of that video error, but, like, the video just wouldn't load very well. And so every time I turned around and tried to load up the video, it would be like, hey, there's an error, you need to update me. And every time I'd click on that and be like, okay, well, let's update you, it would turn around and be like, nope, I'm gonna go to bed now. And it would turn off. So I'd only be able to have the computer up for maybe 2 or 3 minutes before it decided to die and just go to bed. Let's deposit it all. Yeah, let's get some of this stuff out here. Deposit them as well. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, that was pretty much what my last month or so has been, like the last month has basically been, is my brand new computer wasn't working, so I had to use my old computer, and yeah, that wasn't, or actually, as if you saw my video, you know my old computer is actually my brother's computer that I was helping him fix, and well, I had it, he said that I could use it. That totally sounds a lot worse than it really is. But I don't know, that just sounds like I'm a lush or something in my head. But not much I can really do about that, I guess. Oh shit, gotta breathe. But yeah. I got the motherboard back. Actually, I think I got a new motherboard, cause, well, when I have a bad habit, like, whenever I get something, I put a marker on it, something that's kind of hard to see, but something that I know's there. So I put a nail polish marker on my motherboard, somewhere that it wouldn't be a problem. It was on the, what do you call that? It was on one of the heat sinks, like one of the inbuilt heat sinks, just a small dot of a non-toxic, blah blah blah, nail polish. And so when I got the new one, or when I got it back in the mail, it didn't have that. So it could have just been washed off or wiped off. It wasn't actually something like major. It was just kind of just my way, or a bad habit that my mom got me into when I was like a little kid. We used to do that so people wouldn't steal our Game Boy games whenever we'd go to our friends' houses and be like, yeah, well, here's our collection and here's your collection, we're gonna like intermix them. Trying to think what else. One other good thing is I've increased my RAM. Not an awful lot, mind you, but, well, I guess technically an awful lot. I went from 2 with my brother's computer, to 16 with this one. Actually, I think it's a little deceptive to say 2, because it was like 2 active RAM, but, like, that was after he gave it to me, because he actually ended up gutting it. So it originally was a, like, 12 gigabyte RAM system that he took 10 of it out to put into the computer he's using now. But yeah, you probably really don't want to hear about that, though. But hopefully within the next week, I believe. I think it should be here on Monday, so like either Monday, between Monday and Wednesday, I actually should be doubling this RAM up to 32. So hopefully when that happens, I should have things, or everything, working perfectly. And, well, 32 gigabytes of RAM, I shouldn't have any problems at all running pretty much anything that's currently on the market. So at that point, pretty much the only problems I'll be having are like GPU and CPU setup. Because, well, hell, even with 16 gigabytes of RAM, I don't think there are really any, or there are that many computers on the market that would actually tax that horribly. I mean, there are a few, I know, but like with this much, with this much RAM, I should be pretty good on almost every computer program or video game I can think of. Yeah. One thing, another good thing is now that I've got this setup, yeah, that sounds weird. But now that I got my motherboard back and I'm able to start working on my setup a little bit more and not on a borrowed computer setup, I can go ahead and, well, I can actually start getting back on schedule and uploading more frequently. My current schedule is planned to be about an hour of Let's Play and Let's Die a week. I gotta figure out a little bit of a more delicate way to split my videos up. If you've seen my videos, I got a couple of them that are like an hour and a half long. And I mean, yeah, it's great to have, like, yeah, long content's great, but no one wants to sit there for a whole hour and a half going, yep, yep, yep. Does he ever shut up? So, what I'm gonna try to do is, find a, because currently the only, like the way I've kind of been stopping is just kind of watching the time and trying to pick it, or trying to stop at a reasonable length. One of my friends suggested using an egg timer, but I mean, that would kind of be a little bit, I don't want to say barbaric, but I'm thinking barbaric, because, well, if I used an egg timer, then we wouldn't really have to worry so much about, well, me running or going too far over, but what we'd have to worry about is there'd be a weird noise going ding 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 after 20 minutes, and if I'm in the middle of saying something or in the middle of doing something, I mean, everybody who's a gamer has, at least at one point in time, done that whole 5 more minutes thing. Or at least wait till I can get to a place where I can pause, or save, or whatever your version had been. But everybody's done that before, so I think doing that, but with a loud, irritating shrill behind you, it'd almost be like bedtime when you were a little kid. And nobody wants to relive that. Well, almost nobody. Let's see here. I believe this should be fine. As soon as I get up this back wall, I should be able to make this into a suitable house. Anyway, but what I've been planning on doing, like I said, is about an hour of content per show a week. Of course, as time goes on, and if things go well, I'll be increasing that, but that's kind of as a, this is a hobby type plan. It's like, while this is still a hobby, but if I can get lucky enough to actually have this become like a profession, of course those would be going up. And, well, yeah. At the same time, if I don't really do anything and this thing kind of just comes to a dead end, well then, it comes to a dead end. But at least I'm trying, right? It's kind of one thing I can actually justify is getting a computer for making shows, because, well, in today's society you need a decent computer, and especially saying I'm a gamer, I need a decent gaming rig. So, aw, poor Dustin died. Thank you. Dustin was getting in my way. I don't like the name Dustin either. Nothing against it. I don't know. It just kind of seems like a douchey name. Kind of like, hey, Dustin. Well, why not just name yourself Justin or Bob? Like, Dustin just sounds like a complicated idea of a name. Anyway, sorry. But like I was saying, one thing about getting a computer is you can, like, in your head, reason it out. Be like, well, I have a recording computer, which means I have a lot more RAM than I should have for a normal computer, but at the same time, as time progresses, computers are going to need to be bigger and stronger, and, well, having a computer that's big enough and strong enough to handle video games, and I'm a gamer, I needed to upgrade a computer anyway, why not? And if I don't continue doing YouTube, this computer will last me 4, 5, 6 years. Hell, actually, could possibly last even longer than that. Probably wouldn't be very nice at the end of it, but it could reasonably last longer. But at the same time, if I do continue YouTube, this computer probably would only be about a 2-year-long rig, if even that. But at that point, I'd also be having to upgrade graphics and processing units much more often as well. Man, is it just me or did the night get longer? One thing though is I'm also going to be starting other shows. So a little bit of Minecraft, a little bit of actually one of the shows I'm going to be starting soon is FTL. FTL, if you haven't played it, it's kind of a roguelike, but it's also kind of like a spaceship captaining game. I don't know. The way I described it to one of my friends was it's like playing Battleship. If instead of being the ship shooting at random targets in the air, you were in charge of the crew. And I guess that's actually a pretty decent. It's not exactly spot on, but it's a pretty decent explanation. It goes into the basics without getting too complexited. And I think I'm gonna die here. Anyway, but yeah, with Minecraft, I'm planning on doing a Let's Play of Minecraft from time to time. I don't want to do the Let's Play of the Minecraft Let's Play as a regular series because, well, how many people are doing Minecraft Let's Plays? I do, however, kind of want to do like a Let's Die of Minecraft, but I have to figure out what I want my conditions to be. Minecraft has a hardcore mode, so very similar to this, or to Terraria in that aspect, where if I play hardcore mode, the moment I die, everything's done. The big thing is, like with Minecraft, like in Terraria, you're encouraged to go and explore because you have to find stuff in order to progress. In Minecraft, well, you actually don't have to progress if you don't want to. There are lots of people who don't ever go to the Nether, or don't ever go to, well, hell, actually, I know a bunch of people who've been playing Minecraft for years and don't even have any achievements, don't make anything out of anything more than stone. Well, actually, I usually try not to make anything out of it bigger than stone, but for different reasons. One of my friends I play with from time to time on Minecraft, she didn't know you had to eat, because apparently she always plays in peaceful mode. She's been playing for over a year, and she's never left peaceful mode. So she didn't know you needed doors, and I invited her to my world, and the first thing that happens is a creeper walks up to her, and she's like, "Aw, what is this? It looks so cute," and it blows up her face. Then a few minutes later, she starts getting attacked by zombies and skeletons and spiders. Yeah, it was just kind of funny. At the same time, I say it was funny because I saw it, but it was also kind of sad because I'm like, well, what's the point in playing Minecraft if you're not going to play the game? I mean, I realize that Minecraft is one of those games that you play it for the community. You play it with your friends, and it's pretty much only fun if you play it with your friends. But, seriously, if you're not going to actually play the game, why not just join a chat bar? I mean, with what most people do on Minecraft, I could do that same thing on a group chat in Skype. Yeah, we're just gonna talk and bullshit and do our own thing. Well, you know what? You can talk and bullshit, and you can play solitaire, or you can play chess. You know what? I'm gonna do something actually worthwhile, play a game that's fun. Not saying that Minecraft doesn't have the potential to be fun if it's done right, but when idiots do it, it's... You know what I mean. It's just kind of, you're sitting there this isn't what it's meant for. This isn't how you play. And it's just kind of irritating. When you get to the point where watching someone play a video game is irritating and not fun or enjoyable, then you know something's going on. I could say a few, I've seen a few YouTubers I don't really want to get into names because, one, I don't want to go up against channels that are 4 or 5 times bigger than I could ever dream of being. But, damn, I'm gonna drown, aren't I? Ah, so close, I almost drowned. Okay, sorry. Had to get a little bit focused there. But like I was saying, it's like, I don't want to get into fights of, like, because one of the YouTubers, like, I really enjoy their show. Actually, I'll even bring up the name. Dodger. Like, I think everybody who's plays video games, and like watches video games on YouTube kind of knows who she is, even if just by passing. But Dodger is a member of TGS. She's like up there with like Total Biscuit and Jesse Cox. She used to be roommates with Husky. So yeah, she's one of the big kind of gaming YouTubers. But one of her recent things, like one of her recent first impressions videos, I believe she calls them coffee, like cup of coffee or something like that, where she drinks a cup of coffee while she plays a game, and she plays the game until the cup of coffee runs out. Well, she did one of Defiance, and like she was sitting there doing it, and half the time, like half of the video, she's sitting there saying, well, I don't play first-person shooters, even though one of her biggest current series is Borderlands, which is a first-person shooter. So I'm like, well, you don't play this game, but you're playing the same exact type of game just 3 hours ago when you uploaded the Borderlands video. And then there were other stuff, like she was trying to figure out how to throw her grenade, and the screen was saying, press, what was it, E for grenade, or G, or whatever the grenade button is. Sorry, I don't play Defiant, so I actually don't know. But it was like, press blank for grenade, and she was sitting there spending 20 minutes trying to figure out, how do I throw my grenade? How do I throw my grenade? Like, well, you really shouldn't be playing, with that, it kind of got to the point where, okay, Dodger's great for, like, Sherlock Holmes and point and clicks. And everyone's, like, her voice is nice. It's nice to listen to her. Her personality is fun. But I think you could probably get what I'm trying to say. It's just kind of one of those things where when it's no longer fun to listen and no longer fun to watch you play, then people are going to stop watching. And that hurt. Dang. Man, I got on a long sidetrack about that, didn't I? Anyway, if any of y'all remember what I was talking about, actually, hell, I remember what I was talking about properly. I believe I was talking about Minecraft, right? Where people aren't playing it properly, and it kind of gets a little bit irritating. It's like, I know that's, well, it's kind of like LOL. Trying not to go on another rant like I was a second ago, but where half the time you have people who are playing it, well, I want to play this for fun, and I want to try out troll builds and stuff. Like, well, I've even done that. I did a build with Twitch, where instead of going any AD items, yes, I realize AD carry, he really needs his AD items, but instead of going any AD items, I went for attack speed. So I ended up getting the Hurricane, the Zephyr, I'm trying to think of, I think I also got Phantom Dancer for its walkthrough people ability. Like, just a couple of attack speed items. I maxed out his attack speed, and then I got some on-hit effects. I believe I got, the legendary key, like, rune of, or, what is it, sword of, or blade of the ruined king or something like that. The percentage damage, attack. And then I also got the static shiv, so additional magic damage upon a certain amount of attacks. And I went through with that. Well, I mean, kind of simply enough, you could probably see how that, like, in your head, if you've played LoL, you could probably see how that build worked out. Like, it was kind of like a glass cannon. I ripped through people. I destroyed, like, we won that game, and I think I took out 9 of the towers. So, like, yeah, I basically just took out almost every tower. I took out both the towers on the inside, or both of the Nexus towers, all 3 of the towers on the inside, both the towers in my lane, and I helped with one of the towers in mid lane, I believe. Sorry, it's been a little bit, so I'm a little bit... Like, it's been a while. Like, that's kind of one of those, I remember this, but it's... like, the details are a little bit funny because it's been a few months. And, like, I did the same build also with Kog'Maw. Because they both have that magical bonus. Kog'Maw has a percentage damage magical bonus, and Twitch has the poison. So the way my attack went was kind of a attack speed and bonus AP damage and magical damage. Like, when I was going up against characters, I was ripping tanks to shreds. Like, when I was doing the Twitch one, the one we did really good on, I think one of the enemies was a, well, like, the enemy support was a Terraria, who, instead of going support, went tanky. Yes, I realize that's more than an acceptable build for a Terraria, but he wasn't, like, their only tank. They also had a Shen, who went, like, of course he went Warmogs first, so he was actually a decent Shen. But it's just kind of going through, and it's like I was melting through the tanks, and it's just kind of one of those, if I would have tried that game against people who actually knew what they were doing, we would lose, but against, like, kind of as a troll game, actually it was also a normal, I believe, but if I did that in ranked, I'd get reported for being a troll, but in normal, it was just kind of weird enough that it got us the win. But yeah, I digressed again, didn't I? I am exactly the type of person that Krindor said I shouldn't be. That kind of makes me a little bit sad that I'm kind of the rant guy from Krindor's How to Win at Let's Plays and what not to do. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I hope that everybody kind of has that same basic belief that you're allowed to do whatever you want in single-player games, and you're allowed to have fun, but if your fun is impeding other people's fun, then why are you doing it? And at the same time, if your fun, like in a multiplayer game, or in a Let's Play, if your version of having fun isn't fun for people to watch, then why are you putting it up for people to watch it? So, that's one thing I'm trying to do. Is keep my content fun. And this is when I realized that I've talked so much that I completely forgot what my starting point was. But, basically, I'm trying to keep it fun, so, like, with Minecraft and with Terraria, I need limits, because, well, if you've ever played Minecraft, you've gotten to points in Minecraft where after the first night, once you get your little shack up, whether it be a dirt hut or a giant castle, you're pretty much safe. Like, you go to bed, like, if you have a bed, you lay down, you go to sleep in your bed. If you don't have a bed, you lock yourself in your little hut, and you just wait it till night, or till daytime. And you're pretty, like, there really isn't much of a challenge other than maybe going through the cave systems. So, with my Minecraft Let's Die, I'm probably just going to do that, like, do it to a, farming stage. once I've gotten a nice little farm up or something like that, then, well, that's probably going to be the end of my series. With Minecraft, a little more than, like, with Terraria, I can do, like, challenge maps and stuff. But, well, one, that's kind of one of those weird ones, because if I do them straight and fresh, like, I don't try them beforehand, and I just jump into a challenge map, well, then if I get lost, then I'd have to pause it and try to figure things out. But at the same time, if I do it beforehand, then I'm losing out on the genuinity, or Don't you hate when you're, like, trying to remember how to say a word properly? The genuinity, or trying to keep the video genuine. Because, yeah, oh my god, this is such a shock. Like, I've beaten Minecraft, like, 3 times. I have seen the end cutscene, that really long, boring, annoying, the video game talks to you thing. And it's like, the first time I saw that, I was like, ah, interesting. Kind of, not really, but okay. The second time I saw it, I was playing with a friend, like, we were co-oping, and we beat the game together, and he's like, oh my god, this is so amazing, this is so cool, and I'm just like, yeah, it is. Like, no, it's not, shut up before I hit you. So, it's like, in my head, I'm bored out of my ass, but I'm trying to pretend to be bemused by it. And then basically, again, with the third time I did it, with the third time, it was with a group, like, a different group, but still a group. Actually, it was with the person I was talking about earlier, who played Minecraft for about a year before they even saw a zombie. So, yeah, like, I was playing with them, and got them the end achievement. And they were like, oh my god, this is so amazing, this is so cool. And I'm just like, no, it's really not. But I'm trying to be supportive because I helped them get this, and yeah. So we're sitting there, and I'm just trying to pretend to be nice. And you can really tell when someone's trying to pretend to be nice. Well, my phone's ringing. I don't know if you can hear it or not. So, and this has been a while, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. And I'll talk to y'all in just a few minutes.